Do you feel stuck or like you've outgrown the current version of yourself? The thing is, reinvention isn't just possible, but it's essential if you want to step into your fullest potential. And so today I'm going to show you exactly how to reinvent yourself for this new year or this new era of you. So you can create a version of you that feels aligned, inspired, unstoppable. By the end of this video, you'll have the actionable steps that you need to start your transformation and be able to immediately start to step into the version of yourself that you want to become. Hi, and welcome. I'm Amanda, a busy full-time working mom, wife, and business owner, and I help fellow high-achieving women just like you begin to live a life of ease and softness that you crave despite all the demands in your life. Down below, you'll find a link to my free resource. It's called Effortless Feminine Energy, and it's essentially 10 micro habits that will take 5 minutes or less for you to immediately step into your feminine energy. So the first part of your reinvention, the first step, is to reflect, because you can't know where you're going until you understand where you have been. So you must first reflect on who you are now, who you have been up until the point of your reinvention, because self-awareness is the foundation of any reinvention. And you have to ask yourself, what's holding me back? What do I truly, truly desire? You'll need to identify your outdated beliefs, habits, patterns, anything that no longer serves you that you are not bringing into the next era of you. Some journaling prompts that you might find helpful. If you're a journaling girly, which I encourage you to be, or if you're not, I encourage you to just give it a go for the sake of this reinvention and journal on these questions. What parts of my life feel out of alignment? What is one bold change that I know I need to make, but I've been resistant to? What changes do I know deep in my soul that I need to make? Reinvention starts with clarity. Now let's look at how to actually build the next version of you. And the next step is to simply decide, who is she? Who is you 2.0 or you 10.0? I don't know what iteration of reinvention you're on, but you must get so clear and decide so definitively on who the next version of you is. A great way to do this is with a visualization exercise. Imagine your dream self in the next year. What does she look like? What does she do? How does she spend her days? How does she dress? What does she smell like? How does she think? How does she spend her time? What does she prioritize? And once you're so crystal clear on who the next version of you is, you're going to do some goal setting. And you're going to do this goal setting through your new identity. And one of the biggest tips I can give you, one of the most important critical pieces of reinvention, is instead of focusing on outcomes, focus on who you become along the way. So think about the habits that future you has and make goals around those. Determine the values and the boundaries that she upholds and make goals around those. In my 10-day Feminine Energy Reset Challenge, which I can link down below, we use exercises just like this to align your daily actions with your highest self. You can check it out down below if you want. The next step is to cleanse your environment, to do a physical reset, if you will. And this is so important because your physical environment directly influences your transformation. So declutter your space to get clarity and to remove anything that you no longer align with, and just essentially remove the distractions from the old version of yourself that do not belong in the home, the space of the next version of you. So that might look like decluttering, getting rid of stuff that no longer serves you or no longer is in line with the person that you want to become. It might look like bringing some new things into your space. It might look like reorganizing your furniture even. Just there's a lot of power in a refresh like that. It probably definitely looks like doing a digital detox. Clear your phone of any apps that don't serve you. Anything that is a time suck. I have a video up here all about doom scrolling and how to stop it. But essentially you are setting up your physical space, your digital spaces up for success to support you. Who we are to at least some degree is the sum of the things that we do every day. Our habits. Our habits make up who we are and what our life is. So naturally, one of the most important things that you need to do when going through a reinvention is establishing new habits, eliminating ones that no longer serve you. So your next step is to build habits that are in alignment with your reinvention, naturally. And something that is so impactful, I know you've heard about morning routines before, and for good reason. How you start your day is how your day is going to feel, more or less. So when you anchor your day by starting your mornings off with things that fulfill you, like affirmations or journaling or mindfulness, or fueling your body with amazing nutrition or hydration or physical activity, those benefits continue to compound throughout the day. They pay you good juju dividends all throughout the day. And as tempting as it will be to completely overhaul all your habits on day one, I don't make that recommendation. While yes, when you commit to reinventing yourself and shifting your identity, you are making a very big change and you are aligning with that newer version of yourself. So you need to make big changes. Of course, you want to change who you are. You're going through a reinvention. Of course, that's going to require you to make big changes. But I also want you to set yourself up for success. So I'm not exactly saying start small, because I want you to make big shifts in your life if that's what feels right to you. But also know yourself and set yourself up for success. It's a fine balance between pushing yourself and not just completely setting yourself up for failure. And a great place to start is by making intentional swaps. Something like swapping out doom scrolling for an hour before bed with journaling or reading, something that's going to fuel you, not just eliminate the bad thing or just incorporate the new thing, but rather do a swap. That will have a very impactful effect on your brain, and it will also actually make it easier to implement. And to really cement and get unbelievably clear on where you're going, who you're becoming, I want you to create a vision board. And I feel like vision boards are like the buzzword of the month or the last few months around here on YouTube. Everyone's talking about vision boards, but it is for good reason. However, there's a right way and a wrong way to create a vision board. So I'm going to talk to you about how to create a vision board that actually works and is going to actually help you with your reinvention. So first of all, you must get clarity on your goals. And we talked about this a little bit, but you must define specific goals around your relationships, your career, your health, your self-development, your joy and your pleasure. Let's not forget about those things. Put on your vision board the hobbies that you want to adopt, the fun things you want to incorporate into your life that you maybe haven't prioritized up until now. And this is so important, but when you're creating your vision board, you must have in the forefront of your mind how you want to feel. So choose images that evoke feelings of confidence or abundance or joy or peace, rather than just the material outcomes. Because it's so important that the images that you put on your vision board, they actually inspire you, because they actually evoke the feelings that are aligned with your reinvention, not just pictures that look pretty. Add affirmations or handwritten notes or quotes that are super aligned with where you're going. Don't just add words for the sake of adding words to your vision boards, but choose a few, no more than 2 or 3, I would say, pieces of text to your vision board, because it really is a vision board. That was so dorky. But adding 1 to 2 quotes or affirmations on your vision board can be extremely impactful. Just make sure that they are unbelievably aligned with where you're going. And when you're done with your vision board, place it somewhere strategically, somewhere that you're going to see it every day. It can be really tempting to just create this vision board and then shove it under your bed or shove it in your closet, but that's not going to help you. The point of the vision board is that you see it every day and it evokes feelings that are aligned with your reinvention. That's how a vision board works. Speaking of which, vision boards work because they activate the reticular activating system, also known as RAS. It's your RAS that acts as the brain's filter. It's what tells your brain what to focus on. And it does that by focusing on information that is relevant to your goals. So seeing your board daily primes your mind to notice opportunities and to align your actions with your vision, making the outcomes of that vision board so much more likely. And the last step isn't really a step at all, but it's rather just embodying and being this reinvented version of yourself. It's about committing to show up as your future self every single day. You dress like her, you speak like her, you think like her, you spend your time how she would. Essentially, from this point forward, you simply make choices that are aligned with the ones that your future self will make. And that's just simply how you get there. If feelings of ease and softness and alignment are in alignment with your future self, then definitely check out my 10-day feminine energy reset challenge down below, or my completely free effortless feminine energy resource, so that way you can get into your feminine energy in 5 minutes or less. If you found this video helpful, then I know you'll find this one helpful, so give it a watch now. I hope that you'll subscribe so I can see you next time. Stay aligned.